Welcome to the fascinating city of Malaga. When you are here, you must check out the Mercado de Atarazanas. This is the biggest central market in the city, and there's something really special about it. In the United States, we're used to going to giant supermarkets and hypermarkets like Costco and Walmart, but not in Spain. Here you come to the central market in the city, and in this one spot, you get access to all the fresh meats, produce, fish, and even spices. So if I'm looking for, let's say, Iberica jamon, I can come to the central market and probably find 10 or 12 different vendors selling their own Iberica jamon from their very own farms. That makes this super unique. The same goes for fish, for wine, for spices. You're getting local produce and the best of it. What happens in the United States is that the same 5 or 6 big vendors for chicken, fish, beef, pork sell the same products in multiple supermarkets. So there really is no variety. Not so in Spain. In Spain, you're getting real quality food. The main reason why food is so much better in Europe versus the United States is because they have strict standards on what can go into the food. So a ton of preservatives that are usually put in foods and meats in the United States do not exist at all in Europe. In France, Spain, and Italy, you will see people all over eating pastas, bread, and cheese. And this is just part of the culture. But you don't see a lot of obese people anywhere on the streets. Not so in the United States. Why is that? Because our wheat, our cheese, our milk, all of it in the United States has a lot of preservatives. So in Europe, people are eating a ton of desserts, a ton of pastas, a ton of breads, and yet they have very low levels of heart disease and diabetes. Many people complain that the exact same foods that they eat in Europe, if they try to eat the exact same things in the United States, all of a sudden they gain a couple of pounds. Something is wrong and this needs to be fixed. All over European cities, you have a tradition of local bakeries. So unlike in the United States, where we go to Costco to get bread, nobody does that in Europe. You go to your local bakery. You go to your local wine shop to get local wines. You go to your local market to get fresh meat, fresh produce, and fresh fish. One of the best reasons to travel is really to taste food from other countries and other cultures. But here at this moment, I'm just talking specifically about food quality. Go to McDonald's in any European city and have the same hamburger in the United States, and it's very different. Over the many years that we have traveled, we have realized that it's not money and possessions that make you happy, but really spending time with people. And when you spend time with people, you usually want to have good food. A fine glass of wine, great quality steak, some great cheese, and top it off with some great dessert. These are the kind of things you want when you're spending quality time with family and friends, and you get the best of this in Europe. We're not trying to say that all food is bad in the United States. Rather, we're trying to say that it would be good to improve the food quality standards and certainly to have more traditional central markets like this instead of centralized supermarkets. If you haven't noticed already, there is some great architecture in this market. And the reason for that is because this is actually a historic site. It was built in the 14th century and used to be a shipyard. Later on in the 19th century, it was converted into the central market. If you go to a big box store like a Costco in the United States or even Carrefour in France, you have a standardized look and logos and a familiar feel no matter which branch you go to. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what's good about one of these kind of markets is that you get to see unique architecture and also unique foods. Realize that if you go to 10 different vendors to get Iberica jamon, each one tastes different. And that's the speciality. You go to a supermarket, you get the exact same products every single time. So this way you miss out on the unique flavors of each separate store. Check out some of the incredibly fresh salmon and sushi that you're seeing right here in this video. Not since our trip to Japan have we seen anything like this on the planet. And sushi is a work of art. You need to have high quality fish, high quality ingredients, and we certainly found it today in Malaga. Notice the stained glass up there. It was deliberately designed to pay homage to the history of this building as a shipyard. Sushi in Spain, Malaga, Spain,
So sushi.
versus
Which one do you
sushi in Japan.
You can help yourself.
Abby, what do you think? Hold on. How good is it compared to what we had in Japan? How good is it compared to Japan? What do you guys have to
Have
say?
this.
It's very nice.
It's good, but Japan's better.
You want this?
Yeah.
It's better than Costco in the United States, right?
And keep your